Have you ever wondered what it takes to break a tradition that's lasted more than a century? In Japan, a country known for honor, discipline, and deep-rooted customs, one woman has done exactly that. Her name is Sanae Takaichi, and she has just become Japan's first female prime minister. Today, we'll explore her incredible journey, from a quiet, curious girl in Nara to the most powerful woman in Japanese politics. Along the way, you'll also improve your English with real, meaningful stories about determination, courage, and leadership. So, let's dive in and discover how one woman changed history. Part 1. Early Life and Education. Sanae Takaichi was born in 1961, in Nara, one of Japan's most traditional and ancient cities. Her parents were hard-working and taught her classic Japanese values: respect, effort, and responsibility. As a young girl, Sanae was shy but determined. She loved reading about famous world leaders and often wondered what kind of people changed the world. At school, teachers noticed something special about her. She wasn't the loudest student, but she was the one who never gave up. If her classmates argued, she was the one who listened and found fair solutions. Interestingly, before politics, Sanae had another dream. She wanted to be a singer. She even performed at local music events during her teenage years. But soon, her interests began to shift. She realized she wanted to make a bigger difference, not just through songs, but through action. After finishing high school, she studied political science at Kobe University. There, she discovered how governments work and how leaders shape societies. University life opened her world. She met students with new ideas and debated how Japan could become more equal and forward-thinking. One leader inspired her deeply: Margaret Thatcher, Britain's first female prime minister. Takaichi admired Thatcher's confidence and clarity. She thought, if the UK can have a woman prime minister, maybe Japan can too, one day. That dream quietly took root. Later, she traveled to the United States, studying political economy at the University of Southern California, USC. Living abroad was tough: new culture, new language, but she learned resilience. When she returned home, she was ready for her next chapter: politics. Part 2. The First Steps into Politics. In the late 1980s, Japan's political world was almost entirely male-dominated. When Sanae said she wanted to become a politician, many laughed. Some told her it was impossible, that politics was a man's job. But Sanae didn't listen. She began working as a secretary to a senior politician, learning the realities of government: how laws are made, how decisions are influenced, and how power is used. After years of experience, she decided to run for office herself. As a member of the Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, Japan's most powerful political group. Her first campaign was exhausting. She visited towns, gave speeches on street corners, and shook hands with thousands of voters. Many doubted her. Some admired her courage. She lost her first election, but she didn't give up. She studied her mistakes, refined her speeches, and tried again. On her second attempt, she won. She became one of the few women ever elected to Japan's parliament. That victory changed everything. The shy girl from Nara had become a national lawmaker. Part 3. challenges and breakthroughs. Once inside Parliament, Sanae quickly discovered that real politics is not kind to newcomers, especially women. Many older men ignored her ideas. Some said she was too honest or too direct. But she kept working. Her focus was on the economy, technology, and women's rights, topics she believed could define Japan's future. She wanted Japan to modernize without losing its traditions. Her strong opinions sometimes made her controversial. The media criticized her, and political rivals tried to silence her. But she refused to play the game of pleasing everyone. Instead, she focused on results. Her dedication paid off when she was appointed Minister of Internal Affairs and Communications, one of Japan's most powerful government roles. There, she led projects to modernize Japan's digital systems and expand Internet access. Her work made the government more efficient and transparent. People began to see her not just as a female politician, but as a capable national leader. Part 4. Her leadership style and vision. What made Sanae different wasn't just her intelligence, it was her discipline. She arrived early to meetings, listened carefully, and spoke with calm confidence. She didn't waste words. Every sentence had purpose. Her leadership style was strict but fair. She expected her team to work hard, but she always supported them. When problems arose, she didn't blame, she found solutions. For Sanae, leadership is about responsibility and consistency. She believes Japan's strength lies in people who do their duty with pride, whether they're teachers, engineers, or farmers. Her vision for Japan is a country that balances tradition and innovation, where ancient values of respect and harmony coexist with modern technology and equality. She also speaks often about national pride and self-reliance. She believes Japan must protect itself and stand confidently on the world stage. Some call her conservative, others call her courageous. Either way, her leadership has reshaped Japan's political image. Part 5. The Historic Moment. On October 21st, a historic vote took place in Japan's parliament. Lawmakers gathered to choose the next prime minister after the previous government resigned. The atmosphere was tense, but hopeful. When the votes were counted, the result was clear. Sanae Takaichi had won. With 237 out of 465 votes, she became Japan's 104th prime minister, and the first woman ever to hold the office. It was a moment that made history. The Liberal Democratic Party and its coalition partner, the Japan Innovation Party, had backed her together, securing her victory. Later that day, at the Imperial Palace, the Emperor formally approved her new cabinet. That evening, Sanae stood before cameras and said, "This is a new chapter for Japan. I want to build a country where every person can live with pride and purpose." Her words were simple, but powerful. For millions of Japanese women, it was a sign that change was finally real. Part 6. Reactions and Japan's Future. The news spread across Japan and around the world. In Tokyo, crowds gathered around giant screens, cheering as her face appeared. On social media, messages of pride and hope filled the internet. One woman wrote, "I finally feel my daughter can dream bigger." Foreign leaders congratulated her, from the United States, South Korea, and Europe. Many called her disciplined, visionary, and determined. But even as the celebrations continued, challenges awaited. Japan still faces major issues: an aging population, economic pressures, and growing regional tensions. Takaichi knows this journey won't be easy. Yet she's already made one thing clear: her leadership will be guided by honesty, focus, and national unity. In her first press conference, she said, "My mission is to protect Japan's peace and to build a society where everyone can live with confidence." Those words echo the spirit of her entire career: calm, steady, and hopeful. From a quiet girl in Nara who once dreamed of singing, to Japan's first female prime minister, Sanae Takaichi's story is one of courage, perseverance, and purpose. Her rise reminds us that true leadership isn't about power. It's about vision, discipline, and belief in something greater than yourself. And for English learners, her journey is more than history. It's a story of never giving up, no matter how impossible something seems. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Would you like me to format this for a voiceover narration script, with pacing cues, tone notes, and transitions between scenes, next? That would make it ready for recording and production.